¿qué tal? If you'd like to have access to all of my videos and worksheets, click on the link listed in the video description to access my shared Google Drive. They're all free. Conjugating AR, ER, and IR verbs. Use these charts to help you conjugate the Spanish verbs that end in AR, ER, and IR. Hola. Okay, in this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to use Spanish AR verbs and how to conjugate those verbs in the present tense using the subject pronouns. So first, let's talk about the subject pronouns or personal pronouns. I'm gonna just refresh your memory here. And los pronombres personales or subject pronouns are I, which is yo in Spanish, you, which is tú, informal in Spanish, he, which is él, she, which is ella, usted, which is you, formal, nosotros or nosotras, which is we, vosotros, which is you all, and which is used in Spain, ellos, which is the to refer to only male members or a mix between male and female, ellas, which is they, and ustedes, which is you all. So ustedes and vosotros means the same, only that ustedes is used in every other country except Spain, where they use vosotros. So first you need to understand this, the subject pronouns or los pronombres personales. Then you have your verb, your Spanish verb that ends in AR. And all Spanish verbs end in AR, ER, or IR. And we're going to start with the AR. And there's a simple rule that these verbs follow. And basically what you do is you drop off the AR in the verb, and you're going to put this ending depending on the subject pronoun that you are using. For example, if you are using yo, you're gonna add an O at the end of that verb. Instead of the AR, you're gonna put an O, and then in tú, you're gonna put AS, and so forth in all of this. So as you see, one column is singular, so these are the singular pronouns, and on the other column is the plural pronoun of that pronoun. So nosotros or nosotras is the plural pronoun of yo, vosotros is the plural pronoun of tú, y ellos is the plural pronoun of él, and so forth. So I put here a list of just a few verbs in Spanish that end in AR, and I highlighted the AR in red, so you can see how you will, when you conjugate that verb, those are the letters that you will drop off and instead put the O or the AS and so forth. So let me show you a few examples. So in this one, I'm going to conjugate the verb hablar, which means to talk or to speak. So following the rule, I'm going to drop off the AR and I'm going to substitute it with the ending that goes depending on the subject pronoun. So it will be yo hablo, which I speak. Tú hablas. So notice I drop off the AR and I put an AS. Tú hablas, which is you informal, you speak. Él habla, he speaks. Ella habla o usted habla. And usted is you formal. Nosotros hablamos. Notice that when you use nosotros, you have to put AMOS as the ending. So nosotros hablamos o nosotras hablamos. Vosotros habláis, and again, this means you all, but this is only used in Spain. Whereas I'm from Colombia and we use ustedes, which also means you all, but you would say ustedes hablan, and if you say ellos, ellos hablan, or ellas hablan. So as you see, this is a simple rule. You're gonna use the stem of the verb, which is the part that doesn't change. In this case of the verb hablar is the HABL. That's the constant part that always stays the same. And then the ending AR is what you are going to change depending on the subject pronoun. So this one is I speak, you speak in the present tense. Let me show you another verb. In here we have the verb estudiar, which means to study. So again, the part that doesn't change, which is the stem, is estudi. This part right here, estudi. And then AR is the ending, and that's the part you're going to drop off and add the ending that goes with the subject pronoun. So in the singular side, we have yo estudio, I study, tú estudias, él estudia, ella estudia, usted estudia. Nosotros estudiamos, vosotros estudiáis, ellos estudian, ellas estudian, ustedes estudian. Let's do one more. The verb nadar, which means to swim. So again, the stem that doesn't change is NAD, and then AR is the ending. So on one side, we have the singular, and on the other we have the plural. So let's start with the singular. Yo nado, tú nadas, él nada, ella nada, usted nada. Nosotros nadamos o nosotras nadamos, vosotros nadáis o vosotros nadáis, ellos nadan, ellas nadan, ustedes nadan. And this verb again means to swim. So I swim, you swim, he, she, or you formal swim, we swim, you all swim, they swim, and you all swim too. That's what that means. So now that you know how to conjugate AR verbs and the rule that follows, let's see if you can give it a try and conjugate the verb cantar, which means to sing. So how would you say how would you conjugate cantar using the subject pronoun yo? You would say yo canto. Very good, because you would take off the AR and you would put an O. And the same in tú, you would say tú cantas. Very good. And él o ella, usted él canta. Nosotros cantamos. Vosotros cantáis. Ellos cantan o ellas cantan o ustedes cantan. So I put this here, and there's another one, dibujar, that I didn't fill in the boxes because I want you to practice. So give it a try and see if you can follow that simple formula that I gave you and see how it goes. Follow the same rules to conjugate ER and IR verbs. Muchas gracias. Chao.